Okay, all right, why don't we just get started? I think we're ready to go. So hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us for our webinar, Business Owners Policy, or BOP for Restaurants, Protection from Prep to Plate. My name is Richie Venner, and I'm the Chief Marketing and Growth Officer here at Distinguished Programs. And I'm very excited to be leading this discussion today with members of our restaurant program team. We pride ourselves on having the experience, flexibility, and depth of expertise to help brokers get deals done, and this team really exemplifies that. In case anyone would like the materials from today's webinar, we'll send all registrants a copy of the slides, the webinar recording, and a PDF with the questions and answers from today's session. If anyone has a question during the presentation, please use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen, and we'll try to get to them towards the end of the webinar. If we run out of time, we'll make sure we include the answers to your questions in the materials that we send out, so that way everybody sees the answers to it, not just the person who submitted the questions. Distinguished Programs is a leading national insurance program manager providing specialized insurance programs for real estate, community associations, executive lines, inland marine, hotels, restaurants, fine art and collectibles, environmental and construction professional, and surety bonds. Our restaurant program offers umbrella, package, BOP, and cyber coverage. During this 30-minute session, you'll hear directly from our underwriters about Distinguished's new business owners policy offering and how we can help you better support restaurant owners. So you're ready to expand your market with Distinguished? Let's get started. Joining us today are Alex Montclair and Christine Lind. Alex brings over a decade of experience in the insurance industry, having started as a wholesale broker before working in the MGA space for the past 7 years. In 2023, Alex joined Distinguished to spearhead business development initiatives within the primary hospitality program. Outside of work, Alex enjoys spending quality time with his wife and energetic 4-year-old, exploring the diverse and scenic landscapes of North Carolina. I love North Carolina. Christine brings more than 30 years of experience in the insurance industry, starting a career as an account manager and progressing to underwriting commercial package policies. In 2025, she joined Distinguished as an underwriter for our newly launched Restaurant BOP program. Christine lives in North Idaho with her husband and 2 Jack Russell Terriers. In her free time, she enjoys gardening, camping, and crocheting. All right, let's jump right in. Alex, I'm going to start with you. Could you explain what is a business owner's policy?
Sure, Richie, thanks for the intro, and thank you to everybody for joining us today. So a business owner's policy, or BOP, is a convenient insurance solution that combines several key coverages into one policy. It's specifically designed for small business owners, in this case restaurants, to help simplify their insurance decisions. A typical BOP includes property insurance, general liability, liquor liability, and hired non-owned auto. By bundling these essential protections, a BOP addresses many of the common risks that food service businesses face. It's often more affordable as well, Richie, than purchasing each coverage separately.
Okay, all right, that's great. That's a good, concise description. Hey, Christine, can you tell us, why is a business owner policy particularly important for restaurants?
Well, as you know, restaurants operate in a high-stress, fast-paced environment. Our BOP policy helps protect restaurants from various risks, such as lawsuits, property damage, or loss of income due to unexpected events. We bundle essential coverages like liability, property, equipment breakdown, and business interruption insurance into one policy. So essentially, it's a smart safety net that helps keep the businesses running smoothly, even when the unexpected happens.
Oh, okay, that's great. Can we write it in all states, Christine?
Yes, we can. We can provide coverage in all states, with the exception of Alaska, Florida, Hawaii, and New York. I would like to also point out, though, that we do write new business in Florida and New York in our restaurant package program. They also provide a wide variety of coverage options that you probably won't find in our simplified BOP.
Okay, all right, thank you. So the BOP, as I understand it, Alex, people submit it through our Broker Connect portal. What's the advantage to submitting it through our Broker Connect portal?
It's all about trying to make it as quick and easy as possible. So you can submit your restaurant BOP exclusively through our Broker Connect portal. The portal is open 24/7, and once you submit it, we have a 24 to 48-hour response time. Just a reminder, Rich, and everybody watching, to submit, you must be registered with Distinguished. The registration is on our website, and we're open and ready for you to go ahead and start doing business with us.
Okay, all right, great. Thank you, Alex. Alex, could you also tell me what type of restaurant businesses are eligible for Distinguished BOP?
Sure. Our BOP insurance is available to a variety of restaurant businesses, including limited service or fast casual dining, and upscale dining establishments. Limited service or fast casual restaurants typically offer higher quality food than fast food, with customers ordering at a counter and paying before eating. Many are takeout only. Casual dining restaurants with full table service is also eligible. They typically close by 10 p.m., have liquor sales of 25% or less, and are locally owned. Also, our program includes small to mid-sized upscale dining establishments that are less formal than traditional fine dining, generally close by 11 p.m. and maintain limited liquor sales. Richie, I don't want to put a box around this as well. We're constantly expanding. We're trying to figure out our footprint here. So reach out to Christine and I as you figure out what's eligible. I'm happy to always answer questions.
That's great. Okay, that's very helpful. Thank you, Alex. Christine, what coverage does our BOP program offer that are important to restaurant owners?
Our BOP is designed for businesses who lease their space. So some of the important coverages for tenants are going to be business income, actual loss sustained, business income from dependent properties, outdoor property, food contamination, spoilage, identity fraud, and employee dishonesty. We also offer some optional coverages such as liquor liability, data breach or cyber protection, and higher liability limits of $2 million, $4 million.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, but what doesn't a BOP cover?
Well, there are some important coverages that distinguished BOP does not provide. The two primary exclusions are going to be workers' compensation and commercial auto insurance, and that makes perfect sense if you really think about that. We also do not include building coverage, employee benefits, or EPLI in the BOP. So it's really important to know what your client's needs are.
Okay. Speaking of the clients, right, different restaurants are different. They have different places, different types of restaurants. What influences the business owner's policy's cost? Christine, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. This is a question that I get a lot. And the short answer is, it depends. The cost of a business owner's policy will be based on gross sales, personal property, location, and building characteristics. Other factors that will influence pricing are the claims history, liability limits, and optional coverages. So while there's no one size fits all price, the good news is that our BOP bundles all the key coverages into one policy, which is more cost effective than buying each coverage separately. And don't forget, we are in growth mode. We want to grow our BOP business throughout the US.
Okay. Speaking of coverages, who is our carrier partner, Christine?
Our BOP policy is written with Arch Insurance, an A+ admitted carrier, and it is only available to distinguished.
Ah, okay, great. Hey, Alex, how does Distinguished customize insurance solutions to meet the specific needs of restaurant owners?
Yeah, Richie, we know that no two restaurants are exactly alike, so we can customize our insurance solutions to fit each business's specific needs. Restaurants face a wide range of exposures beyond the basics, and many standard commercial policies aren't built with that in mind. What sets us apart is that our team truly understands restaurants. We work directly with brokers to make sure that the coverage is tailored to the way each restaurant operates, whether it's the type of dining model, the equipment they rely on, or the risks they face day to day. It's about delivering the right protection for each unique operation.
Alex, speaking of different types of restaurants, and how can we help a broker successfully sell a BOP to the restaurant clients?
Yeah, Richie, there's a lot of ways to do this, but here, knowing our product, this is how I do it. Start by highlighting simplicity and value. A BOP bundles essential coverages like property, general liability, business income, and liquor liability into one policy, making it easier for restaurant owners to manage their insurance and potentially save money. Speak their language. Use real-world examples like spoiled inventory from a power outage or a customer slip and fall to show how a BOP protects against everyday risks. Tailor your approach to their specific dining model, whether it's fast casual or upscale. Understanding their unique risks helps build trust and positions you as that knowledgeable, trusted advisor. Address common coverage gaps, like outdated property values or missing business income coverage, and show how a BOP can help fill those without multiple separate policies. Finally, make it easy to move forward. A fast quoting process and clear next steps can help you close the deal and stand out from the competition.
Okay, that's helpful. But what if the BOP isn't enough, or they have other sorts of needs? What other products does Distinguish offer for restaurants?
Sure. So in addition to the BOP, Distinguish also offers a robust package policy that combines property, general liability. For most accounts, you can also add employment practices liability, cyber, and liquor liability. Our package policy covers the same eligible restaurant classes as the BOP, but expands to include other classes of business such as wine bars, off-premise caterers, and new ventures with experience. It's available nationwide except Alaska. Any account that is submitted for BOP but is a better fit for our package will be automatically referred to a package underwriter. And to round out the coverage, we also offer a high limit umbrella policy up to 130 million and standalone cyber options. Umbrella and standalone cyber are available in all 50 states. Together, these solutions give restaurants comprehensive and a flexible approach to protecting their businesses.
Thanks, Alex. Christine, I got a question for you. So it sounds like we have a lot for the insureds, and that's critical. But our brokers are also very important. Why should brokers choose Distinguished Restaurant Insurance Program?
That's a great question. So for starters, the submission process is easy. We've designed the portal to be fast and simple because we value our agents' time. Once it's submitted, the underwriting team is notified quickly to start the review. And did I mention that we do not audit our BOP policies? There is no year-end hassle in trying to get your client who's working 15 hours a day to submit their financials for review and worry about a cancellation happening in the process. And then finally, you get exclusive access to an A+ rated carrier, backed by a team focused on underwriting and service. It's truly top-tier protection for your agents that they can count on.
Well, that's great, Christine. Thank you. I'm going to switch from the pre-planned questions here to diving into some of the questions that were submitted in advance by brokers during the registration process. And then after that, if we still have time, we'll go live to today's attendee questions. First question we've gotten, this is something we covered in a previous slide, but I guess it doesn't hurt to repeat since someone submitted it. How do I submit business? Hey, Alex, if you could cover that.
Sure. So again, the BOP is available exclusively on the Broker Connect portal. Submit a BOP application directly on the Broker Connect portal, and we will review and respond within 24 to 48 hours. To submit business for our other products, package, umbrella, cyber, you'll need to fill out the applicable application and send to restaurants@distinguished.com. Again, that's restaurants with an S at distinguished.com. These applications can be found on the product page of the Distinguished website. Again, Richie, you must be registered with Distinguished to submit business with us.
Very important. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Alex. Another one for you, Alex. Someone asked, who should I contact if I have additional questions?
Oh, love this question. Me. If you have any additional questions, yeah, feel free to reach me at my my email is amontclair@distinguished.com, or give me a call at 203-606-6580. For submissions or underwriting questions, you can also reach out directly to restaurants. Again, that's restaurants with an S at distinguished.com. We're always happy to help.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Christine, here's one for you. It sounds kind of specific, but I know we've gotten one like this type of question a lot of times. How does the BOP product respond to catering as an ancillary revenue stream?
That's a good question because I seem to get a lot of submissions that have catering involved somewhere in the submission. So when catering is performed off-site by their own employees, it is going to be out of appetite. But if catering is only when you're dropping food off, we will find that acceptable and we will review that for a quote.
Okay, thanks. Alex, here's another one that we get a lot. Will we offer an umbrella product?
Yeah, so right with our BOP program, we'll offer $1 million excess over our BOP. But again, Richie, we also have that monoline umbrella, 5 mil up to 130 mil. So we think we have you covered. Yeah.
Okay, great. Christine, are there requirements for, going back to, well, this Ellen was catering, this is vendors. Are there requirements for recurring vendor services such as hood cleaning and maintenance? And what about special events at restaurant locations?
Okay, so there's kind of two separate questions on this one. So I'll try to peel those away from each other. The first one is, Restaurants are required to perform periodic maintenance and keep records. So this is important for every restaurant. Our policy has an endorsement that requires all kitchen operations be in full compliance with standard NFPA 96. Not complying could result in denial of a claim. The other question about special events, this really requires individual underwriting and depends on the size of the event on premises. Off-premises special events are going to be out of appetite.
Okay, great. So at this point, we'll start taking questions from the audience. I don't see any submitted at the moment, but let's pause for a minute and see if any questions come in. Let's see. Here we go. Bear with me for 1 second as I expand this out. Would you consider restaurants without sprinkler systems?
Okay, Christine, you want to answer that? Go. Sounds
Sure.
like you're underwriting.
Yeah, we will, but frame buildings, no sprinklers is a no-go for both the BOP and also the restaurant team. We will consider non-sprinklered in other constructions, yes.
Okay. Building age and construction type restrictions.
Yes, there are building age and type restrictions. We have, if it's under 30 years old, no, if it's over 30 years old, we need to have the construction be, the updates be within 30 years. I said that backwards, but if it's an older building, the construction needs to be within 30 years.
Okay,
and we
great.
won't look at that. If it's not, then we won't consider it.
Let's see. Would you kindly discuss your coastal guidelines for this program?
Yes, we do have coastal guidelines. There are specific states, I don't have that right in front of me, that has a requirement of being within, if it's 50 miles, within 50 miles of the coastal site line, we will not accept it.
And in a lot of your like wind-prone areas, Richie, I definitely say, you know, especially closer to the Mid-Atlantic, we'll take a stronger look. But like if we're looking at the Pacific Northwest, you know,
yeah.
Okay, and we'll clarify that in the PDF that we send out after this after the webinar. Let's see. I assume you write tenants, betterments, and improvements. I guess that's a question. Do we?
Yes, we do, and we include that limit in with the BPP limit on the portal site.
Okay. Do you accept tabletop cooking?
No.
No. Yeah, that's a good question. It goes for both sides. So like as soon as the patrons start cooking for themselves, Richie, we get scared. I'll be honest with you. So you know, any tabletop. So hibachi though for a package is okay, but when you start talking about K-pot or you know Korean barbecue, that's when you know we can't accept it.
Okay. Can you do small multiple location chains?
I'm going to say it depends. That would be a special underwriting discussion. We would like to think so, but it just depends on what they're doing and what the sales are. We just want to look at that one. That would take a little bit more underwriting, but I would say yes, submit it. Let me take a look at it.
Okay. Do you write fine dining or anywhere with more than 25% alcohol sales?
So in our package program, I'll let Christine speak to the BOP. In our package program for fine dining, which we love, we go up to 45% for liquor, so that's okay. Christine, what?
The BOP, we like to try to keep that at 25%. So if it goes over that, between 25 and 30, I'll think about it. I'll have to really look at that in terms of underwriting it specifically for that account. But if it, as a general rule, we don't really want to go over that 25%.
Okay. Do you require the same restaurant supplemental as the restaurant package program?
No, we do not.
Okay,
we do not require a supplemental at all on the BOP. If the BOP as you're in the portal and you're going through and it actually submits to the underwriter and it is approved, that is all you need. You do not need to submit a cord. You do not need to submit a supplemental. That's why it's so easy.
Okay.
Christine, if I'm not mistaken, Christine, the only upload is the loss runs, right? That's it.
The loss runs, if there are no loss runs, I don't think you have to do that. If there are loss runs, we want to see them.
Yeah, sure.
Very simple.
Can we get a copy of a sample policy so we can review the forms?
No, but we can get you, I can provide a list of the forms that we use. We use ISO forms, so very comparative to other carriers that are doing the BOP as well.
Okay. Will you write restaurants that offer delivery?
Yes, we do. We will take a look at restaurants that do the delivery, but we will strip away the hired and non-owned from the coverage. Because if you're doing delivery, we're assuming you have a commercial auto package already in place for them, and we are not going to double that coverage with that auto hired and non-owned as well. So we'll just strip that coverage away, but we will look at it. It's not an automatic decline.
Okay. How about new ventures? Will you do new ventures?
In the BOP program, no new ventures. They have to be in business for at least a year, or at least one of the locations in business for at least a year. And Alex can talk about package. They might be more lenient.
Yeah, Richie, not a problem in our package program. You know, we just assume that the manager has at least 5 years experience. We're going to want to see pro forma, you know, statements, a menu, that type of thing. It's honestly going to take a little bit longer, Richie, which is expected, but we do write new ventures all the time.
Okay. And Christine, I think you answered this already, but just to double check, is there a specialty app or just the Accord apps?
The portal online is what we consider our app or the Accords. We don't require Accords, just the portal submission, and that is what we take.
Okay. What's the maximum TIV?
Maximum TIV is 1 million if it is not fully sprinklered. Over that is TIV is 5 million per location.
Okay. Let's see. Is the BOP only for restaurants?
Yes.
It's a good question. I like that question.
It is, but Distinguished is always growing, so it's a great question.
Yeah.
So, you know, 6 months from now, maybe not.
We very well could. Absolutely. Yep. That's why I like the question.
I can also go back to the property coverage with the coastal zones. So we will not offer, if they are out inside of that 50-mile radius or distance from the coast on Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Texas. Those are the only states that we require them to be outside of that 50 miles.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have a requirements limits on building age?
No.
It's an easy one then. Let's see. Would you consider mixed use?
Yes.
I like these easy ones. Let's see.
Yeah, me too. But there's always more that goes into that. So there's always the except or but. So just submit it. We can talk about it.
Let's see. This one might be too broad, and I think we covered it a little bit earlier. So if we can't do it here, we'll cover it in the PDF after. What are ineligible risk characteristics?
So I'll just go over really quickly our top ones on package, Richie.
Okay.
Open taps 1 a.m. You know, liquor receipts over 40% for casual, fast casual, 45% for fine dining, and more than incidental entertainment. So if it's not somebody in the corner, you know, playing guitar 1 or 2 nights a week, if they have DJs or anything like, you know, dance floor, karaoke, not going to be a fit. And then again, that frame non-sprinklered, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Okay. Does the BOP cover assault and battery?
I do not have an answer for that, but I can get back to you about that.
Okay, all right, thank you. Sorry, some of these are very specific, and we'll still get to the very specific ones separately, but some just some of the more generals. Any minimum, maximum annual revenue requirements?
In the BOP, you can't have total sales over 5 million, and that includes food and liquor together.
Okay. And can you rate restaurants in habitational buildings?
Yes, that would be a mixed use. So if you have apartment complexes over or condos over the restaurant, and other businesses as well, yes, we will quote that.
Okay. All right, so we are fast running out of time. I know there's still some questions here that we didn't get to, but again, we will make sure we get those answers to the people who submitted them, and if they're applicable to the broader audience, we'll also put them in the PDF, and we should have that out probably within the week. So like I said, it looks like we're running out of time. We'll send all the registrants a copy of the slides, the webinar recording, and a PDF with the questions and answers from today's session, including the ones submitted in the chat here during the webinar. And of course, you should always feel free to reach out directly to Alex and Christine. If you enjoyed today's webinar, stay up to date on our latest events by following us on social media. We post about insurance market insights and industry news, and you'll learn about the latest free webinars, ebooks, and case studies. So I'd like to thank everybody who joined us for today's webinar, and especially to our panelists, Alex Montclair and Christine Lind, for sharing their valuable insights.
Richie, everybody attended, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a safe 4th.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We hope you found this information useful, and that you now have some insights into our new BOP policy program so you can better support your clients. And remember, our underwriters will be available to answer any follow-up questions you have. Thank you for joining us today, and please join us at the next webinar. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.